Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new spoiler review. We're talking the book of Boba Fett, episode 3. If you're new to the channel, my name is Max Denenberg. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, streaming platform reviews, movie rankings, and a box office breakdown shows. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, ring the bell to the channel. As of late, I've done a lot of big spoiler breakdowns for TV shows. That includes the book of Boba Fett every single Wednesday, every single Monday, giving you Euphoria spoiler reviews, and starting tomorrow, Peacemaker spoiler review. So I can't talk at everything TV in the comment section as well as movies. If you're new to the channel, I've already done the first two episodes, broke down both episodes. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, ring the bell, and click that link above. You'll see the 2022 TV show playlist. I'll have my Euphoria season 2 premiere review and also my Boba Fett reviews as well. The 2 videos of top shot also be the Boba Fett reviews. Let's talk about this episode. Also, please comment down below. Let me know your thoughts of the episode. Any big theories you have for the final. We're at the 3rd episode of the show. So let me know where you're at with the show. Do you like the show? Love the show? Are you excited for the next couple of weeks? And also like the video, the thumbs up. Let's talk Book of Boba Fett. So overall, I did dig this episode. I did not love this episode. This was very similar to the first episode, meaning that this was the 2 shortest episodes of tied with the first episode with 38 minutes with credits. So if you don't do the recap and you don't do the after credits, it's really a 30-minute episode of the book of Boba. We got like 50 minutes last week. Now I had a really fun time, easy breeze with this episode. There was nothing too deep here with this episode, but I did think there was a lot of good world building this episode. And as I said, if you're new to the channel, I just kind of bounced around with the episode. I love to tell my general thoughts on the episode. So we're not going to just go break it down. But overall, what I liked about this episode more than the previous 2 is that I have liked the Tusken Raider stuff a lot, but I have really heavily preferred the present day Boba Fett problems that are happening than the going in the back of the tank and going through his past. And luckily, this episode was around like 90-95% present day. So that was a big step up for me than the first 2 episodes. The only past stuff we got in the episode was that he goes to meet with the Pikes, who basically say that, you know, they're currently paying the Night Riders protection on the same land that the Tuskens claim. And the Pikes don't want to pay for both. And as Boba leaves, he said, you won't have to deal with those Night Riders ever again. The Riders kill all of the Tusken Raiders, and that sends Boba on a path. That is basically it, though, for this week of the past. That was literally it. Boba has a meeting with the Pikes, then Boba comes back and sees all the Tuskens laid out dead. So other than that, it's all about the present day. So let's break down what happened in the present day. So Boba learns about all the different groups that run Mos Espa, have different territories. Stephen Root makes an appearance in the episode as a merchant who is basically stealing money from these people who need water. He pays way overpriced, makes people pay way overpriced for the water, even though there's not work. So these people are spending months' expenses on 1 week's worth of water. So he just wants to fix it. You can tell that the rich are not happy that Boba is in charge. Even Bib Fortuna, who did not have as much power as Jabba, still put the rich in the forefront, and Boba's laying everyone at equal ground. He actually recruits the people who are pissed off with Stephen Root's character. That was a fun recruiting scene, makes a lot of sense. And again, Robert Rodriguez did direct. This is his 2nd episode that he has directed. He directed 1 and this episode. Again, very well directed. The show is absolutely beautiful to look at. The score is really great from Ludwig Göransson and the other composer who did the score as well. So overall, it's a really solid directed show. It's a really great, shots and score added to it. And Tamora Morrison continues to prove why he really is keeping this show afloat. His perfect casting as Boba, again, has continued to show proven here in this episode. Total badass, but also has his own rules and his own traditions that he has learned from both living on Camino and living with the Sand People. How he's basically told in his life that raised by a bounty hunter to become a bounty hunter, and then realize that what it's left to be a Tusken, how you're really seen on those lower levels, and how you're getting screwed by the rich. And Boba wants to keep everyone at the same level. This obviously then sets up the war that's going to be incoming, led by the Pikes. who seem to be the main villain threats of the season. I know a lot of people really want Crimson Dawn, who is the more notable syndicate name in Star Wars. The Pikes are really number two. If you watch Star Wars: The Clone Wars, you know the Pikes have interacted with Obi-Wan, Anakin, Dooku. They're in a lot of episodes in Clone Wars. They included them in the last season of Clone Wars, where they interact with Darth Maul and Crimson Dawn. Now, even though everyone wants Crimson Dawn, Maul is not alive at this point. He's killed. Spoiler alert for Rebels, he's killed before the events of New Hope by Obi-Wan. So in this timeline, this takes place after Mandalorian season 2, which is 7 years after Return of the Jedi. There's still no way Maul could come back. Again, a lot of people want Emilia Clarke as Kira to come back in a major ways, Crimson Dawn, but it does seem like the show is making its case that the Pikes are the ones who are the main villains, which I don't have a problem with at all. I'm not going to be living or dying on Crimson Dawn showing up. Would it be cool? Obviously, I would get a big cheer out of me, but still, it's very cool to see the Pikes get their screen time in this series. Also, we have a car chase in this episode where Boba and Fennec want the appointment with the mayor. This then leads to a car chase between Boba's associates, who track down the talking person who works for the mayor. He says that the mayor's working with the Pikes. So it seems like a lot of people are in with the Pikes, especially because of everyone's hatred towards Boba being the person running the palace. But let's get into my favorite scene of the entire episode, which is when, once the back to tank stuff is over, opening the tank and letting Boba out is Black Chrysanthemum Santee from the comics we saw debut last week on the show. He has a whole action scene, which might be my favorite action scene. Just a brawl in the entire series thus far. It's a really intense fight, having electric knuckles. Boba's basically getting his butt kicked, using his own armor and then using his Tusken Raider armor. The associates come and help. Eventually, he gets captured in the pit. Obviously, there's no Rancor there at that time. The Hutts come, twins. They apologize for sending Chrysanthemum to kill Boba. So as a gift, we get Danny Trejo as the Rancor trainer, and they give him a Rancor. Now, we don't know if this is Moochie. I know a lot of people want it to be Moochie from the Bad Batch. If you last year on the channel, I did spoiler breakdowns of each episode of the Bad Batch. Moochie was a Rancor who Bib Fortuna took at the end of one of the episodes. This could be the same one. We don't know, but Danny Trejo, nice to see him in the show. And it's clearly building that Boba's building all these relationships that will help him down the road. He actually wants to make relationships and not put anyone under the rail. And the fact that his relationship with the Rancor is going to be a really fun one. It was cool to hear the Witches of Dathmer brought up. That's a direct reference to the Witches of Dathmer from Star Wars: The Clone Wars, the group where originated Asajj Ventress, and that whole subplot in Dathmer led to Maul's return. So the Witches being brought up was really, really cool because they do ride the Rancors, I believe, in Clone Wars. So that's a very fun nugget to bring up for us Clone Wars fans. But we had the episode with basically saying that they track all these Pikes now coming in from the Starliner. And, Fennec says that the Pikes are going to war, and Boba says we'll be ready. So the Pikes seem to be the main threats in this season. I'm enjoying the show. I did not really love the car chases. It felt like one of the more cliche, cheesy aspects. I didn't really like the character who they're going after anyway, but the actual fight wasn't that fun to watch. The way more interesting fight, my favorite fight of the whole series, was this Chrysanthemum fight versus Boba's crew. That was a lot better than this guy riding away from the helpers. Boba has a jetpack who lands right on time. So I wish the car chase was better. There was a lot of exposition dumps in this episode. I felt like the exposition dump episode for casual fans to know what's going on. But overall, I'm excited for what's next. I'm liking the show. I would go 2-3-1 for how I like the series so far. So that's my thoughts on the Book of Boba Fett spoiler episode for episode 3. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Subscribe, ring the bell. Next Wednesday, we'll do another breakdown of episode 4.